This 2016 U.S. presidential election reminds me of the 1972 election between President Richard Nixon and George McGovern. I voted for Richard Nixon back in 1972. I was 18. It was my first vote. This time, I'm going to be voting for Hillary Clinton. And the reason I'm voting for Hillary Clinton, because there's so similarities between 1972 and 2016, and the election is not that far off. Today is Wednesday, October 12th, 2016. And as I was watching The Sopranos, which I'm watching the 6 seasons, I've reached so far season 4 of episode 7, and it's titled Watching Too Much Television. The two characters in the TV program, one character says, "Eat my dust, Donald Trump," after the other character says to him, "Dr. Freed, you are now the legal owner." And that's what this election is all about, owning the election. And like with the 1972 election with the International Brotherhoods of Teamsters, and Jimmy Hoffa being in jail, and Richard Nixon pardoning him, and we know what happened after that. Jimmy Hoffa went missing in 1975 and legally declared dead in 1982. And then we know what happened with Richard Nixon winning the election. He resigned in 1974. So with this election in 2016 and implications that maybe Russia is involved, we have espionage, spies, secrets, and lies. And so if we do have an election where it is rigged and the outcome becomes favorable to one candidate over the other, we don't know exactly how the election was calculated, like between President George Bush, and Al Gore, or not President George Bush. He wasn't president then in 2000, but George Bush and Al Gore when they ran against each other. And we know what happened with the Florida ballots back then in 2000. So it's who owns the election. And I just want to see a fair president become president and not have a president that's deceiving the American people.